The R-25 outside Bronkhorstspruit became a war zone on Friday morning, a deadly exchange of gunfire that left 4 cash-in-transit robbery suspects dead, 1 arrested, and a small arsenal of weapons in police custody. What began as a quiet highway patrol ended in a thunderous firefight that once again underscored Gauteng's escalating war against organized criminal syndicates. According to Gauteng police spokesperson Lieutenant Colonel Mavila Masando, the operation was intelligence-driven, a coordinated response involving members from counterintelligence, the Tactical Response Team, TRT, the Anti-Gang Unit, the Air Wing, Gauteng Traffic Police, and several private security partners. The tip-off came from Pretoria Crime Intelligence. A heavily armed group was planning to strike a cash-in-transit vehicle between Gauteng and Mpumalanga. What the suspects didn't know was that the police were already watching. Just after sunrise, officers spotted a white Fiat speeding along the R-25 towards Bronkhorstspruit. The car matched the description in the intelligence brief: tinted windows, multiple occupants, and erratic driving. When police signaled for the vehicle to stop, the suspects opened fire. The response from officers was swift and precise. Within moments, bullets tore through the early morning air. When the dust settled, 3 suspects lay fatally wounded. The car, riddled with bullet holes, rolled to a stop on the side of the road. Police recovered several unlicensed firearms at the scene, still warm from the firefight. But it wasn't over. Just a few kilometers away, another vehicle, a white Toyota Corolla, was racing through the Welbekend area. Officers moved in for the intercept, but once again, the suspects chose violence over surrender. Another gun battle erupted, echoing across the rural stretch of Gauteng's eastern corridor. When the shooting stopped, 1 more suspect was dead. A 5th managed to escape on foot, vanishing into the surrounding terrain. Police recovered an AK-47 rifle fitted with 2 magazines from the vehicle, a clear sign that this was not a petty crime crew, but part of a sophisticated network that had been terrorizing cash-in-transit companies across the province. Further intelligence guided the team to a supposed safe house in Denelton, Limpopo, a location believed to have been used as a base for planning and hiding weapons. The raid there proved fruitful. Officers arrested 1 suspect and seized explosives along with a hijacked Mercedes-Benz linked to a case in Ekangala, Tshwane. Each find tied the group closer to a string of violent robberies that had shaken the region in recent months. Preliminary findings indicate that the suspects were part of a notorious syndicate connected to multiple high-profile CIT incidents, including the brazen heist in Tembisa and the attempted cash spend bombing in Davidson, Kingsway. These were not amateurs. They operated with precision, heavy firepower, and deep logistical planning. But this time, the law got to them first. Acting Provincial Commissioner Major General Fred Kekana commended the officers for their bravery and coordination. This was a well-executed operation driven by intelligence and teamwork, he said. The members involved displayed remarkable courage under fire. We are working together in our commitment to ensure that those who intend to commit crimes in the province are dealt with swiftly and decisively. The shootout in Bronkhorstspruit marks another major success for the Gauteng police under the Safer Festive Season operations, a province-wide crackdown on violent crime and syndicate activity. Since the launch of these operations, police have intensified surveillance and cross-provincial cooperation to curb cash-in-transit robberies that often spike towards the year's end. The partnership between state law enforcement and private sector players, such as CAP Specialized Operations, Gemini Global Defense, Tracker Connect, and SBV Investigations, has proven instrumental in gathering real-time intelligence. Their joint efforts have turned the tide on criminal groups that for years have used Gauteng's major routes, including the N3, N12, and R25, as getaway corridors after high-value heists. Investigators now believe that the Bronkhorstspruit group may have been planning a large-scale robbery involving explosives and assault rifles. Their movements between Gauteng and Mpumalanga suggest coordination across provincial lines, a strategy commonly used by syndicates to evade jurisdictional pursuit. But thanks to precise intelligence and rapid deployment, the plan was intercepted before it could unfold. Forensic teams combed through the scene late into Friday afternoon, collecting bullet casings, ballistic evidence, and communication devices that could link the suspects to past robberies. The recovered AK-47, in particular, will undergo ballistic testing to determine whether it was used in prior CIT attacks, a method that has helped investigators map patterns between separate but connected robberies. Residents in the nearby area reported hearing multiple gunshots and explosions, with some describing the exchange as resembling a war. Several motorists who had been traveling along the R25 were forced to take cover or turn back as the confrontation erupted in front of them. Despite the intense gunfire, no law enforcement officers were injured in the operation, a testament to their tactical training and coordination. As the crime scene was cleared, the scale of what had unfolded began to sink in. Within the space of a few hours, a high-level criminal syndicate had been dismantled, its leadership eliminated, and its weapons cache seized. The successful operation adds to a growing list of breakthroughs by Gauteng's integrated crime-fighting units, whose focus remains squarely on tackling cash-and-transit violence, armed robberies, and organized gang activity. For years, South Africa's cash-and-transit epidemic has plagued the economy and terrorized communities. These robberies, often marked by military-style precision, high-powered weapons, and explosive devices, have caused hundreds of deaths and millions in financial losses. While the trend has shown periodic declines, syndicates continue to adapt, using advanced technology, spotters, and stolen vehicles to evade capture. Operations like the one in Bronkhorstspruit send a clear message: the police are not backing down. By Friday evening, the area had returned to an uneasy calm, with the charred remnants of the suspect's Fiat still on the roadside, a grim reminder of how quickly crime and consequence can collide. Inside police headquarters, investigators pored over intelligence gathered from the safe house in Denelton, following leads that could reveal the identities of the surviving suspect and other accomplices still at large. Sources close to the investigation said the operation had been under surveillance for weeks, involving aerial tracking and undercover intelligence. The suspects had allegedly been under watch since their movements in Ekangala, where the stolen Mercedes-Benz was first flagged by Tracker Connect systems. The connection between Ekangala, Denelton, and Bronkhorstspruit paints a clear picture of an organized network operating across provincial borders, one that had become increasingly bold in its targeting of high-value transport routes. For Major General Kekana and his command, this operation represents both a victory and a warning, proof that precision policing works, but also that the threat remains ever-present. "We will not rest," Kekana said. "Our message is simple: if you engage in violent crime, you'll be found and you will be stopped." As the country braces for the festive season, law enforcement remains on high alert. The coordination between SAPS units, traffic police, and private security is being hailed as a model for future operations. Yet behind the official statements and commendations lies a sobering truth: South Africa's war on organized crime is far from over. For every syndicate dismantled, another waits in the shadows, planning, watching, and waiting for its chance. But on this day, on the dusty stretch of the R25 outside Bronkhorstspruit, crime met its match. The operation's success was not just a victory for the police, it was a message to every syndicate across Gauteng. The days of unchecked violence are coming to an end.